With Ride 4, you'll get to race around dozens of tracks with several hundred bikes. You'll have dynamic weather, a day and night cycle, along online races that you can take part in. The development team has also been bringing out different DLC packs which come with more bikes. These can range from different markets as well, so if you're after European or Japanese bikes, then they are available. Of course, this is not an arcade-style racing game, so you can expect a bit of realism and a learning curve to go through some of the competitive races or online competitions. At any rate, the Ride series has been a popular one, and we recommend the Ride 4 to all motorcycle enthusiasts. The first game by Raceward Studios is a hardcore simulator, ensuring a unique experience overall. The focus remains not only on the bike's components, but also on the overall riding experience. There are over 500 officially licensed components on current motorcycles, which is awe-inspiring to say the least. Experts feel that Rims Racing has its own distinct vibe, which offers a great platform for passionate online racers. The Crew 2 is quite a popular racing game in general, rather than it being exclusively just centered around motorcycles. This Ubisoft title has players going through a race across the United States, and while not every area of the country is represented, there are plenty of iconic cities. You'll get to hit some of the different recreations of certain areas around the United States as you compete in different races or just by freely roaming around. The Crew 2 doesn't strictly focus on motorcycles. Instead, this game allows players to transform what they are racing around in from a car, boat, plane, to a motorcycle. As mentioned, because this game featured a scaled-down version of the United States, you'll find a few different types of terrain you can race around in. This could be anything from a city to more off-road areas. Milestone is back with their annual bike racing sim. While the basics remain similar to MotoGP 2022, 2023's iteration includes a lot of enhancements and new stuff. Some of them include AI-assisted driving, new tracks, events, and more. MotoGP 22 placed a lot of emphasis on its 9 career mode. Sadly, this nor a similar game mode doesn't return in MotoGP 23, however, Milestone has put serious work into its regular career mode to make up for this. It develops quite a lot from its predecessor with these new controls and additions, but the core mechanics still have a steep learning curve. However, with advanced tutorials and enough practice races, both series veterans and new players can find a solid racing experience. The whole experience feels truer to life, with your actions impacting other teams and drivers more than ever before. The Crew Motorfest presents a wide variety of motorcycles, allowing players to choose the one that best suits their preferred riding style. Motorcycles in this game are categorized into different segments, each tailored to the challenges and events featured in the Bike Lovers playlist. Furthermore, the game's collection of motorcycles is so impressive that players will be compelled to test out each and every one of them. Motorcycles in the Crew Motorfest are designed with the preferences of bike enthusiasts in mind, offering an array that includes cruisers, street bikes, rally bikes, and more. While the game offers an authentic gameplay experience, the inclusion of an extensive assortment of motorcycles elevates the excitement of the riding adventure. If you want to travel freely in an open world with a motorcycle and participate in races, the Crew Motorfest is for you. The Isle of Man Tourist Trophy is the most epic, dangerous, and spectacular motorcycle race in the world. Specially designed high-power motorcycles are required to race this 60 km route with 264 bends on the Isle of Man. Riders participating in the races work their whole lives to win the title of Isle of Man TT champion. This game features all official content from the latest race for a unique and realistic experience. You will be immersed in TT Isle of Man as if you were really there. You can feel the passion and tension in this race to your bones. You will be drawn into the world of the game thanks to its easy-to-learn gameplay, intuitive driving experience, and simulation quality thanks to its extremely realistic and state-of-the-art physics engine. Even many professional drivers play this game to learn the route. The biggest new feature in this version is the open world, where you can explore different game modes and a wide range of challenges by freely roaming the roads of the Isle of Man. Riders Republic is Ubisoft's spiritual follow-up to 2016's Winter Extreme sports game Steep. Developed by the same team as Steep, Riders Republic takes on a range of extreme sports, with the most notable being mountain biking. Although there are 4 main sports included in the game: mountain biking, skiing, snowboarding, and wingsuit flying, mountain biking is the star of the show. Riders Republic is the perfect game for bike fans who are after something that isn't quite as serious as other simulation games. It's also perfect for playing with friends. MXGP 2021 is the latest in the premier motocross video game franchise. Fans of motocross need to look no further than this game that has everything motocross fans are after. The game features all of the bikes and teams from the MXGP and MX2 seasons, as well as every official track from the 2021 championship. MXGP 2021 is guaranteed to give gamers the most authentic motocross experience in gaming. The game's very positive recent reviews on Steam are proof of that. The Trials games have been quite popular for a few years now. This series is all about physics-based racing. Here we're given a side view of the world as you attempt to navigate a motorcycle around the different obstacles. It's all about knowing how to successfully drive over objects and make jumps perfectly. If not, you'll easily topple over and it will throw players back to a previous checkpoint. You can think of this game as a bit of a puzzle, as you'll have to carefully figure out the best way to maneuver your bike to progress forward. Meanwhile, there are races as well, so not only are you having to race around the obstacles and difficult levels to reach the end, but you'll have to do it faster than anyone else. If you haven't played the Trials game yet, then you might want to dive into Trials Rising, as it's the latest installment available in the marketplace today. If you enjoy the more off-road motorcycle racing style games, then you might find some enjoyment with MX vs ATV All Out. The MX vs ATV series has been around for a good little while now, where players can race around different dirt terrain tracks. While you're getting a variety of off-road bikes, UTVs, and ATVs, this game will allow players to make some useful upgrades so that whatever they're riding will prove to be a bit more performance ready when the time comes to hit the track for the next competitive race. Another aspect of this game that might have fans interested is tricks. Not only can you race around, but you can string up a few different types of tricks in the air. While not specifically a motorcycle game, Grand Theft Auto 5 offers one of the best motorcycle gameplay experiences of any game out there. Most of you are probably already familiar with this game, as it's one of the most popular games ever released. GTA 5 offers the biggest, most dynamic, and most diverse open world ever created. The game is packed with layers of details that blend storytelling and gameplay in new ways. As for the motorcycles, there aren't any real motorcycles per se in Grand Theft Auto. Instead, you're able to ride the motorcycles that are available in-game. What makes the game so fun is that you can explore the open world on whatever two wheels you find. You can even pop wheelies, participate in motorcycle races, and wreak a lot of havoc as you're riding around. Despite not being strictly a motorcycle game, Grand Theft Auto 5 is loads of fun. It has its own little motorcycle world inside, and it's extremely fun to play, even if you're not riding the entire game. Do you remember the old Road Rash video game series? It was a title that brought out a wacky racing game where you're barreling down the roads while being able to attack competitor racers as they got near you. With Road Redemption, we received a spiritual successor to that franchise. This title is very much just like Road Rash, where players are racing down the streets and having to use different melee weapons, guns, to outright punching or kicking competitors that get near them. Meanwhile, there are police officers to avoid, other competitors trying to knock you down from your bike, and of course a race to win. It's an arcade game that should be checked out if you haven't already picked up a copy.